Greetings and welcome back to Bible Talks with Belinda. Today I'm going to do a follow-up video with you all concerning a topic that the Lord has been dealing with me about at least for roughly 2 years or so. And it is concerning the days of Noah and how the people live to, um, they live hundreds of years. And in the Bible, it says that in the end times, Jesus told them that it would be like the days of Noah in the days of Lot. All right. And so what man is attempting to do is to undo the time limit that God gave man to live on the earth. Some interesting things have come up in the news recently concerning this. I didn't know, and I share on this. I did several videos about this. I didn't have any idea until the Lord revealed it to me. Now, I did know that, scientists was trying to do, merge man with AI, but I thought they were just trying to, create like a superhuman computer, a walking computer. And until the Lord revealed to me that no, they're trying to achieve immortality. And you may think that is crazy. And why would anybody want to do that? What is the purpose of it? That doesn't even make sense. But the reason for it, and the Lord just gave me this revelation just today, is because we're about to see in our lifetime the Antichrist revealed. And in Revelation, in the Bible, it states that the Antichrist will have to embody a flesh and blood human being. And the reason why you see the race for immortality is because the Antichrist, which is the devil in the flesh, is not going to want to die. The Lord just gave me that revelation. Like, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So he's given people evil inventions in order to achieve this prior to his arrival. Because once he's in that flesh and blood body, there's a time limit put on that body. But if there can be an extension to that life and even immortality, which they're going to, they're working on doing through AI, then that flesh that Satan himself is in does not have to die. So here, there's two articles that you can go and you can read about this. One was actually done in the New York Times. I'm not going to click on that one. Oh, maybe. Okay, yes, I can click on it. So it says here that in China, the dream of outrunning time, longevity labs, immortality islands. The Lord, I'm telling you guys, the Lord gave me this almost 2 years ago that immortality is going to start emerging. It says longevity labs, immortality islands, and great seed peels are part of China's national project to conquer aging, despite sometimes shaky scientists and extravagant claims. Now, this right here is a little hard to read, so I went and I pulled it up in the Jerusalem Time, in the Jerusalem Post. All right, so it says Lonvi Biosciences claim grapeseed tablet may let humans live to 150 years. China's government has made longevity research a national priority. Interesting, alongside artificial intelligence and biotechnology, according to the New York Times report. All right. So it says that, let me try to make this bigger here. Bioscientists introduced a capsule made from grape seed extract that claimed it could extend human life to 150 years. Living to 150 years is definitely realistic. In a few years, it will become a reality. Uh-oh. Said Chief Technology Officer. All right. The company stated that laboratory mice given the formulation lived 9.4% longer overall. All right, from the first day of treatment, the tablets concentrate, a molecule isolated from grape seeds that earlier research in Shanghai linked to longer survival in rodents. All right, this is not just another pill, this is a holy grail. This could allow people to live past 100 and possibly to 120. Now, what was if I can find it, I'll show it to you all, where Putin and the president of China were caught on a hot mic talking about immortality. All right, here's the clip here. I'll play a little bit of it, but some of it is the translator, so I have to stop and tell you all what it says. All right.
Words were inaudible, but their translator, still on mic, could be heard detailing parts of their conversation.
All right, this is Xi Jinping to Putin via the translator. It says, before it said to be very rare to live up to 70. And now it said that you are still a child at 70. Now, you guys, the Lord, God cut man's life to 70. And it's like the Lord said, your life, he was going to well, I should not say cut life to 70, but that's the minimum, I should say. Depending on your lifestyle, how you live, and maybe genetics or whatever, you may get out of here earlier. But 70 is a good, average age that, the Lord, that people mostly live into. And it said that you are still a child at 70. Clearly against the word of God. All right. Vladimir Putin, via the translator, said in a few decades, as biotechnology continues to develop, human organs will continue to be transplanted and people will become younger and perhaps even achieve immortality. Here's Jinping to Vladimir Putin. Some predict that within this century, it may be possible may be able to live up to 150 years old. There are forecasts in this world a person will live up to 100. All right, so interesting. Vladimir Putin is talking about he's talking about transplanting organs, and that's really what the Rockefellers have been doing for decades now. They just go out and get different humans. That's that famous guy, he lived up to 100, and that's what they said that he was doing. I can't remember his name, but he was a Rockefeller, and that's what he was doing. He was just getting kidney transplants and heart transplants and liver transplants over and over and over again until he just kicked the bucket. But Vladimir Putin is talking about transplanting organs. And it's interesting enough that the Chinese president said that, oh, you can live up to 150 years, but he didn't disclose that they were working on a technology already using grapeseed extract to create this pill technology that you can take to help you live longer. Because in the article, I'm going to show you all in a minute, in the article, it states that it kills zombie cells. And if you all recall, if you watched that video that I did, the Lord showed me that they have to get to the cellular level, the gene level. In order to achieve this, it has to be done at the gene level. Transplanting organs, transplanting hearts, transplanting livers, and all that, that's not going to do it. No, what they have to do, they have to cut off the gene that is responsible for aging. So in this New York Times article, what they're making these pills out of is the grapeseed oil extract. And it says grapeseed has long been popular as a health food in the West and in traditional Chinese medicine, but long be claimed to have isolated molecules within it that kill zombie cells, aging cells that do not die, and hurt healthy cells, and have to find a way to reproduce capsules containing high concentration of these. November 8th, 2025, updated November 11th, 2025. I'm going to play a clip from the video where the Lord gave this revelation almost a year ago. All right, guys, this is the same video at the 142, I believe, mark, and I'll just play this for you all real quick. And I kept hearing that song, and then all of a sudden it came to me. What if they could stop the aging, the gene that causes a person to age? And if they stop or cut out that gene some kind of way. I don't know, because it's something that's called CRISPR, where they can just go in. It's a gene editing tool. They can just go in and cut out a gene, which is wild to me. But what if they could turn off the gene responsible for aging? If they turn off the gene for aging, then that stops the decay of organs. It stops the decay of aging. It stops, or maybe even slow down, death. All right, so there you have it. I remember when I did this video, almost a year now. The Lord gave me the revelation a year before then, so we're going on 2 years now. And I remember when I did this video right here, I said, this is some wild stuff. And I said, when people watch this video, they're going to think this chick that went Looney Tunes. But, out of obedience, I came on and I did the video anyway, because I knew that it sounded wild. But God gives us these things to be in prayer about, and to be watchful, because this is another, there's mysteries in the Bible that, the Bible tells you that the Antichrist is coming in flesh, but nobody thinks past that. Everybody thinks that, we know that the Lord is going to come back within a period of time, to destroy, the earth. But the enemy always wants to circumvent that, or to outsmart God in some kind of way. You know what I mean? And to kind of delay as much as possible. All right. But we know that how the story ends, right? And so you may say, so what? Okay, what is it? But the reason that this is being highlighted now is because it's a time clock. As soon as they perfect this technology, and I don't know if it's going to be through this grapeseed extract or it's going to be something else. And I can tell you, they're not going to do it in an article. It's not going to be posted in an article. They're getting close, but when they achieve what they need to achieve, it's going to be on the world stage. And I don't know how they're going to present it. If they're going to present it through different animals that they're able, or you may see a actual live human being sitting up there taking something, and they're maybe 80 years old, and you may see them morph into a 50-year-old. I don't know. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. But if you ever see something like that, I mean, just know we are literally probably days, seconds away from the Antichrist being down here. Because it's not a lot of time. They're putting billions, and as that article stated, they have put this at the forefront of it. You know, maybe I don't know if the Antichrist or Satan then promised them something, whoever achieves it first, because they're in communication with demonic forces. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that or whatever. And it may be like, whoever achieves this first can get a seat at my right hand or something like that, can be my right hand person or whatever. You don't know who these people down here communicating. We're communicating with God, right? The Lord has told us this. The Lord has highlighted this here that it was not even on my radar. So the enemy is definitely communicating things to them. All right. And so the whole purpose of Satan not wanting the body that he inhabits as the Antichrist to die is to delay judgment, either to delay judgment or maybe even in his head, not face judgment at all. Because the way, that the body is set up is the Bible says it's pointed for man to die. And the whole point is to not die. All right, because he knows that the end goal is to be cast into the lake of fire with the beast, the false prophet, and the Antichrist, all three thrown into the lake of fire. All right, and so that's why Jesus has got to come back. It's like we don't think, okay, why is Jesus coming back? He has to come back because I think they're going to figure out a way to maybe not achieve immortality, but they're going to figure out a way to live longer, like in the days of Noah. 500, 600, 700, 800 years, 1,000 years here on earth. So Jesus has got to come back to exact judgment on this earth. He's got to come back. All right. So people talking about, well, Jesus ain't coming back. No, he has to come back because these people are going to try to live forever. Right. So you guys take care. I'm going to end this video like I always do. If you haven't given your Lord to Jesus, please do so. We are in the end times. The time is ticking down. It's, tick tock, tick tock. A lot of people don't realize that battle over TikTok, the social media app, was something that was playing out in the spirit. It's a time clock, and time is ticking. All right. So God bless and have a good night. And let me know what you think in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. Take care.